Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the episode of Hardfoul Radio. Appreciate you guys for joining me this week. Office is still in movement and in motion, moving stuff around. Hoping by this time next week, or for next week, the whole slate of shows will all be on the regular background that you're used to. But we got the green screen for today. But never mind that. Let's get started. When you start a company, you're looking for two kinds of people. You're looking for business partners and you're looking for employees. What do you want in each of these things? Well, in a business partner, you want someone whose judgment you can trust because they're going to have somewhat similar and or equal power as you, and you want to have confidence in their judgment to make split-second decisions that are going to benefit you and them and the company. When it comes to looking for employees, most people are looking for people that I can hand money and they'll do what I say. A lot of times, people are looking for someone that's just kind of robotic. When you're looking to build an NFL team, some positions it's okay to look at as an employee. Your offensive lineman, for the most part, you kind of just want to hand them their paycheck and say, hey, run or pass. Your job is the guy in front of you, you block him, and you make sure he doesn't kill the guy behind you. Pretty simple. If you want other positions, skilled positions, you want those guys to be more like business partners. You want to be able to trust them. Let me give you an example. If I have a cornerback, there's some cornerbacks I'm going to treat like an employee. I'm going to say, this is the scheme. This is your man. Go cover him. I'm not worried about the other stuff. Just go cover the guy in front of you. He runs a slant. You're running the slant pattern with him. He runs a deep fade. You're running deep fade with him. Then there's guys who earn the trust of their coach, and they're more like a business partner. This is Richard Sherman, Ed Reed, Charles Woodson was great at this. These were guys who essentially the coach just said, hey, you're out there on the field. I trust you. These are how guys get those interceptions where they leave their man undercutting another receiver because they have the trust in those split-second judgment decisions to go make the play. So I bring all this up to say the talk around the NFL, if you believe the insiders, is that the 49ers are really, really, really in on Mac Jones. And as a casual fan, or even someone like me who takes this stuff way too seriously, you're asking yourself, why would you be all in on Mac Jones? Like, you see Justin Fields, Trey Lance, but you're wondering, you see all these other really talented guys. Why are you going for Mac Jones? Mac Jones feels like the low ceiling guy. He looks like the safe guy, right? And when you want a quarterback, no one wants the safe guy, or maybe they do. Kyle Shanahan is essentially considered an offensive genius. His scheme, his schematics, his game plan, he is considered a genius on all fronts, right? He knows what he's doing. So if the 49ers are a company and Kyle Shanahan is the manager, what if he's treating his quarterback like an employee? He wants a guy who's going to come in. He's not worried about his split-second judgment decisions. Kyle Shanahan wants a guy who's going to come in. If I say three-step drop and you throw to the X receiver, he wants a guy that's going to three-step drop, throw to the X receiver. So who better to take than the guy, the Alabama quarterback, who Alabama has a history of guys who are sit back, throw to X receiver. They're big game plan system guys. And why are they big game plan system guys? Because Alabama has more five-star recruits than anyone in the country. So you have plenty of time to just take three-step drop, throw to X receiver, and it just works. But that's not how it works in the NFL. And that's where I think Kyle Shanahan's going to get himself in trouble. Kyle Shanahan can believe in his system all he wants, and that's good and well. But if I believe in my system, would I still not want a guy who in my system can flourish even more based on his own potential? Like, quarterback's just the wrong position to look for just an employee. You want a business partner at quarterback. You want a guy that when the play breaks down, what is he going to do? The NFL in reality, all quarterbacks are business partners. Every single quarterback is a business partner to their quarterback and general manager, because if that quarterback does not work, the general manager and head coach, they're most likely out of there. They're not surviving more than 2 seasons. That's the way the NFL goes. Not saying right or wrong. That's just the way that it goes. So Kyle Shanahan, from what all the insiders and reports are saying, that they really want to go with Mac Jones. They want Mac Jones to be the guy. And we're all looking going, why Mac Jones when Justin Fields is there, Trey Lance is there, Zach Wilson, you're not going to get Trevor Lawrence. Why would you want Mac Jones? Well, because Mac Jones is the system guy. Mac Jones is the plug him in and he can run my stretch run play action offense to a T. I don't want him to be the super mega star. Pre-Peyton Manning, a lot of teams tried this. We're just going to plug in a quarterback The quarterback is going to not turn the ball over. The quarterback is going to run the offense, and we're going to play defense and run the ball. The problem is, post Peyton Manning, we've seen the league has adapted its rules and the game has changed. It's a passing league. You can't hit the quarterbacks. So now, even if you have the best running back in the league, you can't compete just running the ball against some of these high-powered offenses. Now, I compared these to business partners, and they should still be looked at as business partners because you don't need your quarterback to be Peyton Manning where it feels like he has control of every single thing that goes down on offense, and you're basically just a spectator. But you also don't need insert ex-Alabama quarterback or any quote-unquote system quarterback that you just want to put in there because you have that much belief in your system. Let me give you a really good example here. Kyle Shanahan right now, if he goes to Mac Jones, it feels a lot like Josh McDaniels in Denver. Josh McDaniels was considered a genius. Josh McDaniels was he was obviously with Belichick. Then he gets to Denver and he's got Kyle Orton. They start off 6-0. And at that point in time, Josh McDaniels is kind of on his own hype train of I can win with Kyle Orton, and Kyle Orton is putting up career numbers. I can do this with anyone. Next year, drafts Tim Tebow, and I am one of the biggest Tim Tebow fans. You will not hear a critique of Tim Tebow out of me, but objectively speaking, you didn't have to draft Tim Tebow in the first round unless you just believe your system works with anyone. Now, McDaniels and Kyle Shanahan have two different systems, but they're both young, really smart guys who believe in themselves wholeheartedly. It bit Josh McDaniels in the ass. He was fired not even a full year after. So Kyle Shanahan, if you really believe in this system, that you think you can just plug in any employee, that you could have an employee quarterback, it's not the direction I would go. It's not the direction I think they should go. And maybe this is all smoke screen. Like I said, I'm not an insider. They might just be setting up information just so people think higher of Mac Jones. Maybe they may be hoping someone trades up to get Mac Jones. Or they're trying to hide the fact that they're really interested in Justin Fields or Zach Wilson, whoever their guy they really might be. I don't know. But if you think you can plug in just an employee in a quarterback, doesn't matter how smart Kyle Shanahan is, it doesn't matter how good his offensive scheme is, doesn't matter how good his schematics, that doesn't work in the NFL.